Absolutely. I mean, look, the beach is starting to fill up for sure.
As we check out this one on paper, one of the heats to watch this morning, clearly because you've got the two-time reigning world champ John Florence in the Jeep yellow jersey, taking on maybe the highest profile rookie on tour, Griffin Colapinto. And now it's time for John Florence to showcase what he's been working on in the offseason. Florence is up. First wave of 2018. Going for the full rotation reverse, not holding back. He'll start off incomplete against Griffin Colapinto and Mikey, Wright. Pots were noticing more people filling up on the beach, people getting the message that the world champ has just hit the lineup. Here, Griffin Colapinto accept that trophy for being the qualifying series champion last season. As we see Mikey Wright go up and down. Trying to get a start deep on this little slab at the start of the wave here at Snapper.
Griffin, perfect positioning right here. Nice throaty little barrel. Perfect slotting in there using his right hand to slow himself down, and then that swooping cutback almost. Good synergy, nice smooth flow, doesn't look nervous. That's what you got to have, you know, you got to surf with confidence, you got to ooze that for the judges to give you those big scores. I think Griffin's starting well. He's putting a lot of pressure straight on the shoulders of John and Mikey.
Incredible start out of the gates.
You know, and quite smartly there, just catching that little scrap.
Little layback draw for Florence to get this one going down the line. Coming off the float, little wrapping cutback. Another wrap with a rebound just to get some points on the board real quick and reset the start of his year. So a couple of ones for Florence. That's his best score so far. Working once again with his coach, Ross Williams, who we've spent a lot of time with. The guy that was fun to watch on the Dream Tour.
And having that kind of poise and confidence on his first wave. Really holding the line, nice little barrel, threads through, comes out and just goes to work. Mikey out behind here, live action right now with the wave. Doesn't look like he's going to do much for him, so he's going to kick out. But back to the conversation. John, last year, taking down the world title, obviously with great form.
Focusing on the numbers. John is such a high-scoring athlete, 15.85, setting that mark from last season. Back to action with the rookie from San Clemente, Griffin Colapinto, looking very comfortable in the CT jersey. Big throw tail reverse. Nice climb just to kick out because he had multiple turns before that reverse to back up the 7.67 on wave number 2.
Now, just watching him in Portugal for the first time in real life, he was always seemed to be on the good waves, but then able to surf it. That's another thing that you have to do. If you're gifted with that wave magnet, which means he seems to be always on the good ones, and then you couple it with the style and the maneuvers. Look at this one, bang, just throws the tail out. That's something you want to see John do, but Griffin's beating him to the punch. So at the moment, Griffin Colapinto looking strong.
Is he allowed to look this comfortable as a rookie, Potts?
Absolutely. You know, he's done all the hard work in the QS, and now this is the cherry on the top for him. I mean, he's been dreaming about this day for a very, very long time, and you know, it is kind of a, you know, when you win the QS, you come in and with a higher seed out of the rookies, and unfortunate for him, he gets John straight out of the gates, but that's what you want. You want to get these good guys early before they get warmed up. You want them a little cold and still working things out. That's when they're most vulnerable. So anything less than a quarterfinal and you're really selling yourself short.
Checking this one out with Griffin Colapinto. Weaving down the line, showing that fin throw reverse again, but he goes down. 7:30 to go here. Florence wants to dive into this one. Pulls in straight out of the gates. Flies out without a problem. Stretched out, roundhouse wrap. Little setup work. Thought about pulling in. Fades that carve again, so Florence just trying to fill it in. And not a whole lot on offer through the inside corner. So he's out of there, 7 minutes on the clock, still chasing down the lead.
6 minutes and 45 to go. You can see the sense of urgency. You can see how quick he's up and onto the ski. How fast he was paddling to get himself across to it. Nice positioning here. Nice little barrel. Didn't quite get as deep as you would have liked to, but this wave really a difficult one to ride. You can see a lot of lump and bump on the face, so really hard to sort of put that rail in and really hook in at 100%. You kind of got to almost nurse your turns around a little bit just to make sure you don't catch that rail and make too many mistakes. So John back in the heat. As I said, it's not going to be a huge score, but he's going to find himself with a lesser requirement than a 917. Beautiful positioning. I love John's tube style. He's always in the right place at the right time. He makes it look so easy. Sean Thompson always said, when you're in the zone, it feels like you control the wave, and that's John to a T.
Incredible watching what he can do in a jersey, especially with highlighting moments in barreling conditions.
One of those places that he's just made for, but also these kind of waves too.
See that water just sucking off the sandbar, creating that slab effect. There's that big flow from Mikey Wright. So he's been taking a look at a few different waves, hasn't really had a completion yet, heading into the 5-minute warning.
This kid is amazing.
More action to come here. Mikey Wright out of that little cover up to a wrapping turn will be incomplete. Still 2:40 to go. Remember, no one loses here. They just get reseeded into round 2, but very important to get that win to skip right into round 3 action. But up next, Kolohe Andino takes on Kanoa Igarashi and Keanu Singh. We're bringing Ronnie Blakey and Peter Mel for the call.